If you've got a go large or go home attitude and the Ford S-Max just isn't big enough for you, then the next step in Ford's MPV range is this, the Galaxy. And although it's based on the same platform as the S-Max, it's just that tad bit more practical and luxurious. And okay, the Galaxy is not going to be a huge seller for Ford, but think of the Galaxy as more of a second fighter in the MPV ring, helping it tag team competition like the Seat Alhambra and the Citroën Grand C4 Picasso. Now, let's forget for a second that this is an MPV. I mean, even by saloon standards, this interior is lovely. You've got your obligatory couch-like leather seats. Standard kit includes DAB radio, Bluetooth and Ford's Sync 2 system, plus this Titanium X model also gets a reversing camera, and even the layout of the buttons is just really no nonsense and easy to understand too. As it does fall into that luxurious bracket, the options list really does let you splash out. For example, this Titanium X model comes with a Sony navigation system, £450, and it also comes with adaptive cruise control and active city stop, which is £900. This Titanium X model does come with self-parking capabilities as standard though. Now, one little thing that's irritated me on numerous occasions is the location of the electric handbrake, which is on the other side of the center console, so you might end up encroaching on your passenger's personal space from time to time. Someone's comfort is usually jeopardized when it comes to 7-seaters, but that's not the case with the Galaxy. I mean, close the door. As you can see, I've got loads of space all around. You also get some tray tables for added convenience, and each of these seats actually adjusts individually. So if you wanted to, you could recline it, or you can slide it forwards and backwards. And even if you slide it all the way forward, you've still got a manageable amount of legroom. Now, if you hop into the third row of seats, and you feel like you're sat in the second row again, as it manages to stamp out the usual third row niggles of an MPV. I mean, your knees aren't hitting me in the face because the seats are slightly raised. There's plenty of headroom. There's also some cup holders for good measure, and these windows are huge to avoid you getting claustrophobic. And we'll come on to the boot in a second, but just to let you know, these seats also slide forward and backwards so you can give yourself a bit more wiggle room. £400 if you want that. Now, with all the seats in position, you only get 300 litres of storage space, but that is more than its key competitors. Now, if you fold this third row down, you get a much more manageable 1,301 litres. And if you fold this second row down with these rather ingenious buttons, you get 2,339 litres, which is more than the Alhambra and the Citroën C4 Grand Picasso. You also get this nice flat van-like loading surface. Engines are plentiful in the Galaxy. There's even two petrols to choose from, a 158 brake horsepower 1.5 litre EcoBoost and a 237 brake horsepower 2 litre EcoBoost. But come on, it's a 7-seat MPV. You don't want a petrol. And that brings me on to the diesels. Now, all diesels are 2 litre units, but they come with multiple power outputs, including 118 brake horsepower, 148 brake horsepower, 178 brake horsepower and 207 brake horsepower, the 207 model being a bi-turbo. But as you may expect, you're better off going down the middle for either the 148 or this 178 brake horsepower model, because it gives you the best balance between power and efficiency. This 178, for example, does a 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint in under 10 seconds, which for a car this big is very impressive. And yes, CO2 is only 129 grams per kilometre. MPG wise, it claims an average of around 56 miles per gallon, but realistically in day-to-day driving, expect between 40 to 45 miles per gallon. When it comes to 6-speed manual or 6-speed power shift automatic, the manual models are more efficient, but the automatic just seems to fit the car that bit better, especially when it comes to motorway cruising. Speaking of motorway cruising, and seeing as though this is a large MPV, comfort is of course a priority, and the Galaxy is on the money as it can eat up bumps with ease, and it's well insulated from the likes of noise and wind. There's also loads of glass dotted around, which, I don't know, just makes you feel nice and fresh. Although it is uber comfortable, the Galaxy's still got a bit of personality about it when it comes to its drive and its engagement levels. I mean, you're unlikely to be thrashing it around a country road, but if your route requires that type of driving, then at least you can go into it confidently. As with the C-Max and S-Max models, prices for the Galaxy are quite steep, starting at around £27,000, or closer to around £35,000 if you get a bit tick box crazy with the options. But what it comes down to is whether you want to go above and beyond necessity. There are 70 MPVs out there that do the job, but if you don't just want it to do the job and you want something that's got top-notch comfort and practicality as well as general ease of use, then the Galaxy is spot on. What do you think of the Galaxy? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the inquire button to find out more details about this car, or for any other models, visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more reviews, click one of the links on screen now.